Oh, ready up gamers. It is 2040 hours on the Gulf Coast. It is time to clock in, get the night shift going, suck up some bandwidth, and we're going to be getting after it tonight, that's for sure. On to the next phase of what we got going on in Windrose. Some funny, interesting things. Now we're going to discovering some. I'll get into it. Let me get all my situationally situated here. All right, curious to see how long it takes to get one of those ridiculous spam things. Yeah, whatever. All right, so before we get that going, tomorrow I'm going to be doing a. I'm not going to really say an unboxing, so to speak, but I did a pickup today. I got some new stuff, and it's always kind of fun when you get new stuff, right? And it's just keyboard and mouse, just peripherals. I got a 75%er new mouse. I haven't really gotten new stuff yet, other than what I did with the PC when I upgraded that at the end of the year and getting the new monitors and all that stuff. So I'm going to try and do a video because everything's going to have all the adjustments to it. So anyway, so what I got picked up is I got the Logitech, the X2 Pro, the Super Strike, that thing. I got it mainly because the mouse buttons don't make any noise when they click, kind of like my Logi mouse that I got at Office Max for like $40. Same thing, right? Great. I love a silent mouse. That's always a plus. And I got the G512X, the 75%er. I've always wanted to get like a smaller keyboard, and typically I do have one. What I've been using, and y'all have seen me showcase this one before, is typically for the gaming PC, I would use my little Anchor that you pick up at Walmart for 19 bucks. And it works great. This one I have for my MacBook Pro that I have here because I have a separate one because connectivity without dongles is a little bit tricky these days, right? So anyway, so I have been using the CyberPower PC that came with the computer and all that. But this thing, I only have a 4-foot desk, so want to get something small. Logitech is a brand that I've used with other stuff like my RS50 wheel and the handbrake and the pedals and all that good stuff. So when they were talking about the keyboard, I thought, oh, okay, cool. Pick up a keyboard, get the mouse, which I've been looking at the X2 for a while now. And I thought now would be a great time just to get this stuff. Oh, and I also got that palm rest thing, which basically once it plugs in, because you got the dial and it just the RGB aspect of it, or the color aspect of it, so to speak. So that's that one. Put this somewhere here. So with the Logi Hub software and all that, I'll do a video and record getting all hooked up, similar to when I did the overview on the RS50 when I had the wheel and the pedals. And when I was doing iRacing, I actually took some time to show the software and show how I make the adjustments and why they fit me, and the desk and the space that I have and the chair that I'm in and all that stuff, and how the minor adjustments you can do actually do make that bit of difference for your particular play style, which is something you've heard me say constantly. Thankfully, other YouTubers out there are kind of catching, not that that had anything to do with me, but they're finally saying the right thing, like making it adaptable to your play style. Similar to when I was doing my firearms courses, right? We do our principles of technique. We have the fundamentals that we're talking about, the principles of technique, things that we don't compromise on, that work day and night. Time won't fail you or anybody else. But once you do that, you take that and adapt those particular principles and, of course, the exercises and make them adaptable to your specific lifestyle. So yeah, I actually ordered those up. Wasn't that long ago either. Didn't take long to get them. Went down, picked them up, and thought, okay, great. I got another thing coming tomorrow. I've actually ordered up the Logitech, the McLaren wheel. That finally is in stock now. I've been keeping an eye on what Logitech's been doing for about the last year. Well, basically all through the transplant process, right? Because when you get a transplant, I'm not doing anything for about a good year. So all I was able to do is just, put money aside and keep track of things. And now everything is available and released. I thought, oh, I'm going to get the McLaren wheel too for doing racing along with the RS50. So getting geared up for Forza 6 and all that good stuff for May 15th. So it'll be exciting. I'm looking forward to it anyway. Okay, so, all right. Let me get up here. I've redone this dock a few times already based on how the ships spawn in and this and that and the other. So, get that. There we go. The gabagool. All right, so a little bit of update. On the last stream we had, I ended up finishing out the last of the Foothills quest line leading up to the second boss. So we went back to this particular island here, and it was the Haywire Needle in a Haystack, which took me to these 3 particular camps to get the key. And of course, I didn't have these cleared out. So I actually went to this one, this one, this one, and this one, got the XP, cleared those out. That was good. And then when I also ended up getting another one of Blackbeard's maps. So the cool thing was it allowed me to unlock now more area. I thought I had explored all the Foothills area, right? And all this was covered up. So when I basically came out of port here, realized that there was a little sliver of this island open. So I kind of went around there and I thought, oh, okay, great. Here's another island with POIs that we can check out. We got the island here with Blackbeard's map. Got this one over here. And then, of course, we got the main island that finishes out. We got a couple POIs, but it also finishes out where the second boss is. So I already... what was it, last night? Yeah, last night. I didn't stream last night, but I went ahead and just did this real quick. I put the fast travel points in. We're going to hit this area up first, knock this all out, figure out what it is. We'll do this one. We'll hit Blackbeard's, and then we'll save this area for last. Maybe do the boss tonight. I'm not really sure. It's kind of watch some videos on it to figure out the mechanics and see what the back and forth is on all that stuff. So it's just pretty neat because over here is the swampland, which kind of a refresher. One of the quest lines I had, it was the smugglers. So the smuggler, one of the ships that you had to board, took me up this far on the map, and I uncovered part of the swamplands. Didn't get out because I don't want to get too far ahead, right? Just kind of want to stay in the flow of the game and what's going on. And didn't realize that there was actually this much still left over on the foothills. So I'm kind of curious to know what's down here. Try to work on that a little bit, but nothing there. Anyway, that's the game plan for tonight. Because I love exploring all the blank spots. Pretty much try to cover as much as I could. That's Tortuga. But some of the smaller islands there. Getting some stuff. I need to post a video. One of the streams I did, I haven't uploaded the video, where it was either this island here or this one here, where I just got out. Basically, you just got out of the ship when they're on the coast. By the time I was done, I had a ton of resources just from exploring a little rinky-dink island, right? Which is always one of those unexpected things, which another part of why we should take the time to explore the area instead of just trying to burn through all the content and all that. So, and worked a little bit on, I had a whole gabagool. I had a whole build up because I was going to build a warehouse area here as part of the so where the dock is there, and then build out and then turn that into a warehouse, and tore it all down. Came up with a different idea that I'll work on. But without further ado, let's get exploring. Let's see here. Tell you what, for tonight, Let's do, yeah, let's do that. Let's top off with some of the good stuff. Not that I don't like my refreshing tomato juice, but all right, let's grab a couple extra bottles of potion. Doc, what you got for me? Right on. Thank you, brother. Let's grab some wood before we get on out of here. Actually got a new sword too. Another type of saber. Oh, and I got the so I got this thing, the blunderbuss. Actually, let me move this up here. There we go. So I got the blunderbuss. I was debating whether or not to level this thing up to level 10. Kind of keep it updated with my current level speed. So if anybody has any good feedback on the blunderbuss, drop a comment below, man. That'd be great. I already got, yeah, another musket. This one I'm not too hyped up. I tried it. I still prefer this one right now just because of the precision factor that I get out of it versus even one that has a tighter whatever. And then I got the sturdy saber. And I'm still not sure what the posture point thing is or how that really affects gameplay or your character or anything like that. So didn't worry about swapping it out just yet. I'm just sticking with my dueling saber level 10 just because of the I'm dropping at least every slash I get now based on my stats. I'm getting about 480. So I'm getting a decent amount. Actually, I don't need to take anything except, all right, waiting all night for this. Specifically to do this with you all online together as a team. Been watching all the videos on Horizon Forza 6 now that's coming out here. That last minute push of everybody trying to get the last minute bit of, hey, we got something to say about the game. Man, that's crazy. Hey, shout out to everybody that got invited out to or got to go out to the little soiree they were having out there in Japan. That was pretty neat. All the cars that were out there being showcased. I found it interesting. It turns out that all the sim setups had the RS50 wheel and the RS handbrake and shifter. I thought was kind of interesting. Because that's what I done use. Anyway. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, sounds suspiciously like you're going for all Logitech stuff. And you know what? You could be right. Maybe, maybe not. Perhaps this would be a good time for me to say, you know what, Logitech, thank you for just making awesome product for us consumers to enjoy. What in the world is going on here? Oh, it's a ram versus wolf. Nice. One, two, three, four, five, six. Wow, that's not kidding about the vitality. This is why the rams are more dangerous than the wolves are, in my opinion. So he's literally taken on 3 of them already. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, got a mine. Check that box. Let's see, where do we want to go? We just want to kind of continue westbound. Actually, what I forgot to do, I kind of broke my own little rule, and that is hit the coast until the rocks stop and then come up and then work your way out. Work the outline of the island. You know what? I can't eat tomatoes anymore. It's a sad day when you cannot eat tomatoes. I can't have bananas anymore. Sometimes it's the simplest of things. Now, the reason why I can't have bananas is because of the potassium and the transplant. That's actually something that directly affects my body and potassium intake and production and all that stuff. Which is pretty sad because I loved bananas. And bananas got me through the chemo infusions. And very bland baked pieces of chicken got me through that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Gentlemen, please, whoa. If I die on this island, I'm going to be upset. Come on, man. There's no way I was still in his line of fire. But apparently I was, so... Okay, what were we doing here again? Okay, there's 5 of these things. 5 chesters, I gotta do that. I didn't bring any rope with me.
You think you're the penis?
Rope! Why is there rope over to here? I don't remember. Odd. Well, let's see what's what. Sheesh. Okay, I can blow the barrel up. I wonder if it means, yep, going through there. It's interesting. They took those things out a little bit quicker than I had originally anticipated.
Come here. Take aim. Hold still. Carry my sights. On my mark. Lining up the target. Mark the target. Hold still. Mark the target. Hold still.
Ah, not even aiming. Oh, it's his feather.
Mark the target. Lining up the shot. Hold still.
Trying to take a sneak peek in there real quick, see what's going on. All right, what can we get rid of? What don't we need? Well, well, well. I wonder if, let's try some. Let's have some fun. Nope, that did not work the way I thought it was. You got me. Oh, nice. Let's see. I've got too much of that, so get rid of that. Thought I heard something. Could not be that easy. I was expecting something a little bit more dramatic when it came to the spikes, that's for sure. Here's something rumbling around in there. Whoa, that's what it was. Just kind of hoping to get all of them. Get them all in one place and block them in, and then ah! Where'd you come from? I've done this before where I tried to go from... There we go. Darn it. For some reason my dude never gets out of the way of that. Now stop being dramatic. Oh, what do we got? Boom, boom, and the tiny necklace of vitality. Stop traffic. Okay, we don't need that. So we need this. We got our check in the box. And we can just beeline it for oh yeah, I gotta get one more. But bam. Gotta get that special blend of herbs and spices. Ah, it's one of these. Oh, they're all topside. What else we got? Oh, yeah, we go all the way down. Tell you what, I'm not going to burn the entire night. Just, we know it's here. Oh, let's get some lime. Can never. Oh, actually, my inventory is full. Tell you what, let's go drop everything off, and then we'll come back, and then we'll get it done. Actually, wasn't expecting to get filled up that quick. And the other thing we're going to do is bring some of that homeward journey. So I'm all the way at the bottom of the map, and everything's cleared out. I'm not going to go all the way back north again. I can just take the potion, zap back, and then we'll just hit another spot. All right, let's drop off. You are always, everywhere I go, man, you are right where I don't need you to be. Every single time without fail. That is something else. All right. All right, we got... Always do that. Oh, that's right. I did get another food barrel. I was like, I knew I started some... Oh, that was for... Actually, that's alchemy. That's alchemy. All right, let's get some more potions. Well, sounds like the sheriff's helo is running their ops again. Oops, I need to get some of that. And there we go. Took that in there. Now we're ready to rock. Let's get back over there. Let's know. All right, hardwood deposit. Get some lime. Nice. Got some soil and some corn. Can't go wrong with that. I like how they have the corn in there. Just you just kind of have to pay attention, or you might miss it. Got a ton of aloe, so I definitely don't need that. All right. Okay, always use more orchids. Never pass those up. All right. So I've got about 260 nails right now. So about the time it's ready to make a frigate, I should be good to go. I shouldn't have to do too much extra, because I've already been kind of pre-planning for it. And so of course when I'm out, just grabbing up everything you can. Never pass up a good chance just to grab some extra resources, so I'll be ready to go, make whatever I need. And it won't be, okay, now I can build a frigate, now I'm going to have to spend 2-3 hours grinding, getting resources just to make that. Dodos get a pass tonight. Except the blue ones. If they're a little temperamental, I'll tell you that much. They tend to have a little sass in them, so you always got to kind of take care of that. All right, so we have more ruins. This is down by the coastline. See what we got down here. Ooh, oh, look at that treasure trove of shipwreck. Nails for days, son. Get these cats. Got to build up my. With the X, no less. You shall taste the end of my sword, sir. So much for my little idea. We're not going to run back up north. Oh. Orchids. Dodos get a pass. So the clip I'm going to upload, I went around the coastline. I had 150 coconuts when I was done, and I think at least like 40 nails or something. But the coconuts were the biggest thing that I did when I went around that coastline. Bananas, bro. We got boars up there. Man, look at this. This place is like a treasure trove of just resources. Tons of it. Is that a charging one? I hear those orchids too. I can hear that. All right, I got 16 of those. That's not bad. Oh, that's right. We had shipwrecks. Oh, that's right. We were going to... Man. Sometimes the awesomeness of this game can be just so distracting. I'm really looking forward to seeing what the next phase is going to be outside of what the developers have already put in that in those patch notes that they had. More building material, which is going to be don't really make it a habit of doing that, but patched or not patched notes. Yeah, we're just going to go for the nails. I don't really care about the wood. So more building material, that's number one. I'm interested to see what the quest line is going to, or how they're going to expand that capability. And what surprises they may have with shipbuilding. I'm sure everybody has said this at some point, but what would be neat is multiplayer ship battles. Because I don't think that's too far outside the scope of what the game could do. It's not like you have to reinvent the game to make that happen. Now, that's really not the core of what the game is all about. In fact, I don't even know if there's any PvP in the game. Not that I'm saying there should be. I'm actually one of those individuals that doesn't automatically say, this game needs a battle royale. You know, it's like, oh, you never grew up in the 80s, but that's okay. Yeah, I know you can link up, you know, the multiplayer where everybody can link up. Everybody goes out, share quests, and can contribute in that fashion. But that would be kind of interesting. All of a sudden, everybody buddies up and gets a ship, and there's fleets out there just going at it. That'd be kind of interesting. All right, I'm not going to worry about this area. This is coastline. This is rock. I already know that. All right, let's head back, and then now that I've got everything mapped out, and then what we'll do is we'll hit this area up here. Since there's no specific POI, that means I'm just curious to see what discovery on the island itself is going to have. And plus, we got to empty out everything. Just love the sound effects. You can tell they, just like Arc Raiders, man, just put a lot of time and energy into the authenticity of the sound design. Good grief, man! I got a ton of that. See, every time I come out of the door, he's standing right there. Every time, no matter what. Unbelievable. It's like, Doc, don't you got somewhere you need to be? But technically, no. He's... Alright, I need to go up here, actually. How many nails do I have? What are we looking at? We are 284. We're almost at 300 already. So we're looking pretty good there. I think of everything you need for the frigate, that was one of the more lingering pieces to it. Put the Oh, that's right. It was the other one. Okay. So I got plenty of insignias when I'm ready to start rocking and rolling, get nobody. Because what I plan to do once we get the second boss and we open up the actual swamp area where we can, level up and then get in there, is I'm going to finish topping off all the reputation with the other factions just to get that done, and then kind of decide what I'm going to do as far as recipes for decor based on some of the ideas that I've had. So again, building rep's not going to be its own separate grindy process. It's just getting it done and calling it a day. Where's all my limes, man? There we go. There's some of them. Got what I keep having. Oh yeah, the pearls. All right, we got everything we need. Yes, we do. All right, let's get to the new spot. Cozy. Ooh, I might actually, you know what? Yeah, good spot to build. All right, coconuts, where you hiding? Mark the clay. Hardwood, guarded by the goats. Let's keep going this way and see what we got here.
Hold still. On my mark.
I was kind of hoping there was something that I could have taken from the campsite.
You're in my sights.
Nope, nothing. All right.
You have no chance. Mark the target. Tiger! Mark the target. Mark the target. Enough. Take aim.
Found another camp.
On my mark.
Oh, did not see that guy there. Oh, of course. There we go. Let's get them.
Hold still.
There it is. All right, let's keep going. Quite the abundance of lime. Perhaps the developers could sneak in a key lime pie or something. That'd be that'd be funny. grief, man.
No chance.
I heard something. I was hoping to bring one of the wolves over there and let them all squabble it out. Whoa. Where did you come from?
Pieces.
Well, he's done. You can kind of hear that in the background. All right. Oh, there we go.
To die.
Oh. I don't know why I collect as many coconuts as I do. I don't even really think I use a recipe that uses many of them. But when you come across a bunch, you might as well just grab them while you can, because I can always make another storage container just specifically for the coconut. That's what's kind of nice about it. That's just another thing I like about the game. You have unlimited storage capability because you can make as many storage containers as you need. All right, we pretty much... Yeah, this is good. Well... Inventory wise, yeah, we're filling up pretty good there. All right, we'll just hit the coast, get the ship, and head on over to the other island for the treasure. And then we'll see about going after the boss, just to kind of see what... I've seen the mechanics, but it's one thing just to kind of watch it. It's a whole other ball game to get in there and get after it. Oh, excuse me. So the cayenne pepper up there. Oop, and the orchids. Can you hear that little harmonic tune going on? Coconut. You know, one thing I've noticed, it's the smaller trees that seem to have the more abundant drops. Just be cool, Mr. Dodo, and everything will be cool.
Ship's under your hand, Captain.
All right, we're going to zip on across, check this one out, and then we'll see what we're going to do there. Oh, got to get this guy over here. This dude rolling on me quick. Wow. Ah, I love it. Missed. Wow. Nice. Oh, turn around, dude. Where did y'all come from? I love when this thing decides to block or not or whatever. That's always the fun part, is guessing when it may or may not happen. Oh, so they don't ever stop spawning. Oh, that's the... Okay, I was like, what is going on, man? Okay. I got it. I got it. I got it. Oh, I should have done that when I was on the ship. What a circus show that was.
Every case is unique.
My goodness. All right, provisions in there. You know, for a split second, I thought, am I gonna be able to take this ship over? That'd be kind of interesting. But no is the answer to that one. All right, so and yeah, I need more potions. Let's see here. One of the things that's hit or miss is when you get your mark and you go back to it, sometimes it'll show up for me and sometimes it won't. And I forgot what I even had.
Helm's yours,
I
Captain.
think I had some good stuff in there, but we'll see what happens here. And note to self, can't take on... It rolled in on me quick too, but 4 8s and 4 7s, just not going to work.
That's the way.
Oh, there it is. Good grief. Too high, too low. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, my goodness.
Good more sail. Sail the breach. Enemy's lost the ship. Lead off speed. Stop that lead. More sail. More speed. That ship's finished. Let more sail. Enemy ship's gone, Captain. Catch the wind.
I was surprised that thing was actually in there. All right, now let's go back. I'm going to pick up the other stuff. I almost forgot what we were even doing.
Timber, now. Catch the wind.
Yep. All right, got the first spam. Hour and a half in. Well, it's late in the game. Usually it's... The other night was like the first 3 minutes. All right, we need to go... westbound.
More sail. More speed. Roll. so many whalers and many drunken sailors, but you'll never cruise round Liverpool no more. Now come here, all you sailors, hold and listen to me tale. I know you all will sadly pity me, for I was a ruddy fool in the port of Liverpool on the voyage when I first paid off from sea. I was paid off at the home for a voyage from Sierra Leone. £2.10 a month had been my pay. As I jingled in me 10, I was to the iron, lads. And the cannons.
Now, I wonder if we're going to get to this island tonight. Yeah, it could have been there like a half hour ago.
There's more sail.
All right. Back on track.
More sail, more speed.
Nice. Increases slash damage by 6%. You know what? It's this one. Let's see what the difference does. That's actually a nice little jump. From 470-ish to 549. $656. That was probably because of the level too, but not bad. I think I'll... No, I can't because it's still a green. I was gonna say I could upgrade, or try and upgrade the ring. We got Fleet Week out for Star Citizen. I know it's just like random thought, but definitely gonna check that out. Sulfur. Yeah, I don't need wood. Get those nails. Which is something I remember from last time too. If you actually don't pick up the wood, it won't respawn. something I noticed from one of the other coastlines just by accident. All right, I'm good. Let's head back and get everything dumped out and see about prepping for the boss. Now I've got... Where was it? There we go. All right, let's see if we can do some of this ring, because I think that might come in handy for going up against old boy here. Ten and 10. Yikes! Oh, it brings it up to 9%. Ah, it's not that big of a jump. Start selling some of these off. This is 100. You sell these off for 100 per 10 stack. 2, 4, 6, 8. Almost, yeah. Alright. Actually, since we're going after a boss, odds are I'm not gonna... Let's just get everything out of here. There we go. Now, to upgrade this thing or not. Let's see what it's gonna cost us to upgrade this sucker. Tell you what, I will give it a shot just to see what happens. I know it's a close range, but odds are that's where I'm going to have to be anyway, kind of dodging this guy, so... Alright. Let's see if we can knock out the boss, or let's see what happens. I know what the other dude took me forever. Took me a couple days. Just to get used to the rhythm of his mechanics and then trying to work around that.
Helm's yours, Cosmo.
And let's avoid all ship battles as much as we can. I was like, where is everybody? I wonder where that map. It's probably one of the ones I already picked up. There are a few I was able to get just from checking out all the small islands and kind of picking up on the fact that usually if you've got a kind of a nothing island, you just, you know, look for the marker and go for it.
On my mark. Mark the target. Blast him.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to be able to tackle this all tonight.
Come here. Take it. On my mark.
Give me a break. All right. Yeah, I'm going to call it a night. I don't want to go back there and do all that all over again. But now I know I got a campsite I got to clear out, and that'll lead to the boss man, the capo de tutti capi. All right, we're good there. Let's unload this stuff. Where are we at? Almost 2 hours. Yeah, map must have been. Yep. One of the ones already cleared. Cool. Means I was on the right track. Yeah, part of me wants to go back. Actually, what I need to do now, since I already know what these two are, is grab the travel point, crank. You know what? At least I'll do that. I can do that. That's easy enough to do. At least get it set.
The ship's under your hand, Captain.
And you know what? Since we're here, let's try and recover that thing, and then now we'll see what happens. Never a dull moment. Oh, I forgot about that thing with me.
I will kill you, lining up the shot.
Well,
Take aim.
that's a cool little animation.
You're in my sights. You're in my sights. Ye are dead. Hold still. Hold still. Take aim. Mark the target.
Oh my goodness, I thought I had more. Oh, botched that one up. Could have tried to kind of box everybody in. This is going to have a shot. All right. See, the cool thing about drawing everybody out is that they end up walking right back. They don't just try and run back into where they need to go. Kind of buys you a little bit of time. So if you needed to get back in there to close off an area, because all I need to do is get the chests and then see about getting access to the boss man there, and that's it. see here. All right.
Or we'll kill ya!
All right, so if I come down here,
Mark the target! Hold still! You're right to the finish! Hold still! You're in my sight. I will kill ya! You have no chance!
let's see, one.
Blasted!
Seems like the NPCs are a little more aggressive since the hatch. But that's good though. I like a good challenge.
Hold her out! Prepare to die! Blasted! You don't cross Blackbeard's man!
Thank you for moving at such haste.
Fire at will!
All right. Let's cut over this away. Might as well finish out exposing the map. And then from there, definitely need to pick up on the next recipe I do is going to do the definitely helps with the stamina. Whoops. Nope, it's this one. You can see what I need right there too.
This is gonna hurt. On the target.
Didn't get it. Ah, so close. Good grief. Oh, give me a break, dude. is that everything? No, I started to clear that upper section there. Looks like mainly. All right, we'll top off with some nails, and then we'll. Do I still have my? No, I don't. Oh, never mind. I can still. Never mind.
Ships under your hand, Captain.
So really what I need to do is, let's see, that's 50, 1, 2. So another 250 on. That's not going to take me up to 12, but at least finish out the other ones just to max out the XP. Let me get down there before I get locked out from an engagement. There we go. All right, so the order of march now is, before I finish out, what's his name? Hands. I'm going to have to, I don't have to, but We're going to go back in here. We're going to finish out these just to get the XP. And then we'll save this whole thing for last. So that'll be its own little thing. I'll probably do these tomorrow on my off time just to see what's what.
Observation precedes understanding.
No, I didn't need anything from there. Okay, definitely don't need to be using that. Actually, we still might take that with us for at least probably doing the boss. Other than that, I can still get better crit. I can get my crit hit from using the musket. So I need to see. I probably need to do some mining too. Just kind of touch up on. That's not too bad. All right. Good grief. This game does not forgive mistakes. 1, 2, 350. I forgot what the steel nails are for, but I got 350 of them, so just been saving those up. What's the coffee again? Okay, that was 20 endurance, and then that was 20 vitality. Oh, okay. And 20. That's not bad. Mastery, endurance, and vitality. Okay. I think the smarter play now that I've got the extra damage because of the ring is bring these, the tonic and the fish in whatever that is. All right, that's also vitality. All right. bit of a circus show, but not a bad night overall. I came in and knew what we were going to do. We needed to basically explore these 4 areas here. Open that up, figured out what we got. I was ready to go down here and knock out this XP as well. So really the game plan for me now is to hit this island, finish out these things, gather up what you can, resources and the XP. So I just want to max out the XP as much as I can before I go for the boss. So that way it's all done. Get him, get the extra XP, see where that might lead to if I can level up. But the next phase after this is to get up here and do the exact same thing. Is just get these POIs done, get the XP, grab whatever resources are available, and then finish out that compound up here. And we'll know we're good to go. And then go after hands, and then, yeah, that's it. So tomorrow I'm going to be messing around with the keyboard and mouse, and probably do a recording kind of showcasing where I'm going to put my settings and everything, because I've just one of those things where I've seen different videos, but I haven't actually done it myself. And of course, that'll just be like the same thing with the RS50, just opening up the software, seeing what the options are, what does that really mean, and then making the changes in real time with the software, and then we'll call it a day there. So let's see, what is today? Today is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I'll probably we'll do some Arc Raider Friday or Saturday, and maybe showcase a little bit on Warcraft since I'm working on the Lore Master achievement. So that'll be the game plan. Other than that, it's been one of those days. I'm just exhausted. So energy levels down, commentary isn't really spicy or anything like that, just kind of going through the motions. But in any case, as always, my fellow gamers, I appreciate everyone's time and attention, and play with a purpose, soak up that bandwidth, and I wish you all the greatest success in all of your gaming endeavors. And I will see you online.